The Luther College Norse end their dual season tonight with a 47-3 win over St. Olaf, and St. Olaf brought 6 wrestlers down, so the team result wasn't in doubt heading into tonight. But senior night tonight, and a couple of kids that are seniors, great program guys, got to wrestle in front of the home crowd tonight. Let's start with David Kramer. Have you ever seen a match with 43 points in the match with that much action?
Wow, man, there were a lot of points. It's been a long time since I've seen that many points, and I've told David for 4 years, if matches were 10 minutes long, you'd never lose. He comes on and he keeps scoring, and he's got a great gas tank, and he scores a lot of points late, but sometimes he gets behind by so much early that he just runs out of time. And that's really all it is for him. He's got a gas tank, he could keep wrestling. But it's so fun to have him out there, and he competes so hard, and our whole team feeds off of him, really. I mean, you could hear it in the fans. Our backup guys were excited to see him out there, and we really do feed off of him. So it's fun to have him competing for us tonight. And then Andrew Hartman is another guy that isn't in our lineup very regularly, but just what a great program guy, like you mentioned. When you come in the room, those guys have a huge impact on the guys around them that are now nationally ranked, right? So Hartman's got, the Van Anroys around him, and the Grays around him, and the Shefferts around him, and he's made those guys better. And Kramer has had a very big impact on Justin Kreider. And one time this season, Kreider had made a big jump throughout the season, and he was wrestling very well. And I said, man, just, what's the difference between how aggressively you're wrestling and some of the other guys on the team? And he said, you know what? Everybody needs a Kramer, he said. Everybody needs a Kramer, because Kramer just keeps him honest in the room and is just on him all the time. And so he has to respond, So those two guys are just really special guys that we'll miss.
And one of the highlighted matches going into tonight was heavyweight with Connor Herman taking on Zach Gibson, a very solid kid from St. Olaf, and he ends up with a 4-0 victory. What was the difference in that match for Connor?
He is a tough kid, and Connor beat him a year ago when we wrestled him up there at their duel, but it was a great match, and today was another good match, and I think we left some points out there too. We were to his legs a couple of times that we didn't get finished. But Connor's getting in better shape here all the time, coming off that injury, and I think he must be 8 or 9-0 now since he came back from the injury, and is getting in better shape all the time, and he's wrestling aggressively, he's working extremely hard, and he's right where he needs to be. The difference, I think, though, is Connor's pretty tough on top, and a lot of heavyweights kind of struggle with that a little bit, and that's an advantage for him, I think.
And in the 13 days between now and the regionals, talk about your approach to this time. Is it a lot of individual work? Is it a lot of teamwork? Is it a little bit of both?
It is both, and it'll be a lot of rest pretty soon. So we'll go hard here for a couple more days, and then we're really going to pull back and start getting recovered and rested up and getting ready for the regional. We're healthy, knock on wood. We want to make sure that we maintain that throughout the regional, and then just really pull back and just fine-tune a few of the small things that we need to work on. We'll do a little bit of individual work. But just really kind of bringing the team together morale-wise, and as we start to pull back in our training, guys are going to feel a lot better too.
And do you feel you're wrestling your best at this point in the season?
We've been awfully good, Darren, since Christmas. Knock on wood. But since Christmas, we've wrestled really well. Even those duels we lost out at the national duels, we were undermanned. We had a couple of our All-Americans and national qualifiers out, and we wrestled tough. I mean, we were attacking, we were aggressive, and we were fighting our tails off. And ever since then, all the way through here now, just real proud of the fight and the aggressiveness that we've showed. And so, there's always room to improve, and when we pull back here, I expect we'll be a little better than what we have been, or we hope to be a little better than what we have been, but it's a pretty good team.
Well, a lot of good things have happened to this point, but now the real fun begins for college wrestling. Congrats on a solid finish to the season, and best of luck in getting ready for the regionals in 13 days, Coach.
Thanks, Darren. It'll be fun.
Dave Mitchell after the 47-3 win over St. Olaf tonight.